Hello and welcome to this episode of Connected Cultures. We're so glad you could join us. I'm Tasha.
And I'm Ellie. Spring is here and things are finally starting to warm up in Boone. But not only does March mean nice weather, it also is the month that the U.S. celebrates International Women's Day and Women's History Month.
Women's History Month aims to acknowledge the contributions and unparalleled achievements of women in the United States despite historical and present barriers. We decided to base this episode around the celebration.
So how did Women's History Month get started? Its origins start with a local celebration in Santa Rosa, California. In 1978, the Education Task Force of the Sonoma County Commission put together a week-long event for their school district, including presentations, a writing contest, and a parade.
After the first Women's History Week, the celebration began to take hold in other places. The next year, Women's History Week was being held across the country, so with the growing support, women's group and historians came together to urge for a larger celebration on the national level. Then, in February of 1980, President Jimmy Carter officially issued the first proclamation of National Women's History Week.
In his address, he said the achievements, leadership, courage, strength, and love of the women who built America was as vital as that of the men whose names we know so well. Now, each year, the president delivers a proclamation to designate the month of March as Women's History Month.
Every March, the National Women's History Alliance picks a theme to base events around. This year, the chosen theme is Women Who Advocate for Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion, to recognize women who work to remove biases and discrimination from our lives and institutions.
Since it's Women's History Month, we've also decided to bring some attention to a public health crisis that needs to be talked about: period poverty. Period poverty is the lack of access to safe and hygienic products, sanitation facilities, and education about menstruation. Period poverty disproportionately affects low-income, incarcerated, and gender nonconforming individuals. It's something that 500 million people struggle with across the globe.
2 in 5 people who menstruate struggle with purchasing period products. 1 in 5 youth who menstruate have had to miss school because they couldn't afford them. No one should have to choose between affording food or period products, and yet 21 states still charge some amount of sales tax on period products. Government benefits like the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program or SNAP also don't cover them.
The stigma surrounding periods only adds to the issue. Many people who struggle with period poverty are afraid to get support or speak out about it for the fear of being judged. The first step to ending period poverty is increasing awareness of it. Want to learn more and get involved? Visit the Alliance for Period Supplies website for more information.
Up next, we went to the Student Union to quiz some students on their Women's History Month and period poverty knowledge. Follow along and see how much you know.
Today I'm here with...
My name is Brooke. I'm here with Liliana Rivera.
Scott Bowman.
Rachel. Lily.
Okay, so first question, who is the first woman to achieve EGOT, which means the winner of Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony? Are you ready for your answers?
Yeah.
A, Helen Hayes, B, Audrey Hepburn, or C, Barbara Streisand?
I'm going to go with Audrey Hepburn. Barbara Streisand? I'm going to say Barbara, but I don't know.
B. The answer is A, Helen Hayes.
I'm going to go with A, Helen Hayes.
That's correct. Okay, which disability and women's rights activist is known as the first deaf and blind person to write a book? A, Elizabeth Ware Packard, B, Judith Heumann, or C, Helen Keller?
I'm going to go with C, Helen Keller.
Helen Keller.
Helen Keller?
Helen Keller.
B.
You were really close. It was C, Helen Keller.
I was going to say that too.
Yeah, like double guessing yourself. Yeah. Yeah, I'm like that too, yeah. All right, which singer won the Album of the Year at the Grammys 3 times? A, Adele, B, Taylor Swift, or C, Lauryn Hill?
Probably Taylor Swift.
Yes, that's right, yeah. All right.
I'm going to say Adele.
You're really close, but it was Taylor Swift.
What is Jane Austen famous for? A, writing novels, B, holding a political office, or C, winning an Olympic gold medal?
Writing novels.
Jane Austen?
Yeah, Jane Austen.
Oh, I'm gonna say the gold medal.
What is Jane Austen famous for? A, writing novels, B, holding a political office, or C, winning an Olympic gold medal?
I'm going to say C.
It was actually A, writing novels.
I'm gonna say B.
Ooh, close. It was writing novels.
Writing novels?
Yep.
Who was the first openly transgender woman to appear on the cover of Time magazine? A, Janet Mock, B, India Moore, or C, Laverne Cox?
Who was the first openly transgender woman to appear on the cover of Time magazine? A, Janet Mock, B, India Moore, or C, Laverne Cox?
I'm going to say C.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay. How many people around the world lack proper access to menstrual products? A, 10 million, B, 100 million, C, 250 million, or D, 500 million?
D, 500 million.
500 million?
C. Probably 250 million.
How many people around the world lack proper access to menstrual products? A, 10 million, B, 100 million, C, 250 million, or D, 500 million?
I'll say the last one.
Yeah.
All right, what amendment gave women the right to vote? A, 2nd, B, 15th, or C, 19th?
19th.
The 19th.
The 19th.
What amendment gave women the right to vote? A, the 2nd, B, the 15th, or C, the 19th?
I'll say the 19th.
I think that's really embarrassing that I don't know that. Maybe the 15th or the 19th.
It's the 19th,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
19th, okay.
You got it, yeah. Okay, how many states still charge sales tax on period products? A, 0, B, 12, C, 21, including North Carolina, or D, 50?
50.
C.
Yep.
A.
How many states still charge sales tax on period products? A, 0, B, 12, C, 21, including North Carolina, or D, 50?
21.
Yep. 50.
It's actually only 21.
Really?
Yes. I know. All right, what is period poverty?
I'm gonna say when people don't have access to the right products, or like they don't have the money to access them, or just like stuff like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Period poverty, I believe, is not being afford menstrual products, even though there's not a lot of access to them, and people will keep rising the prices for products of those.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's okay. It's the lack of access to proper menstrual products and the education to use them safely. All right.
Period poverty, is this the women that or people that do not have the access for menstrual products?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it for people that like can't get period products?
Yeah, it's like the lack of access to proper menstrual products. Yeah. All right, what percent of menstruating college students experience period poverty every month? A, 10%, B, 20%, or C, 40%?
College students? 10%?
I'd say 20%.
B.
It's actually only 10%, A. All right,
What percent of menstruating college students experience period poverty every month? 10%, 20%, or 40%?
40%?
It's actually only 10.
I want to say 20.
it's actually only 10%.
Good.
Yeah. All right, what day is International Women's Day? A, January 7th, B, March 8th, or C, June 9th?
I think it's March, right? We
Yeah.
just had it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
March 8th?
Yep.
B.
Yeah, it's B.
What day is International Women's Day? A, January 7th, B, March 8th, or C, June 9th?
It will be March.
Yep.
The March one.
Yes, that's correct. What year was Women's History Month officially recognized? A, 1987, B, 1995, or C, 2012?
C.
Close. It was A, 1987.
1985?
87. Yeah.
2012 or 19. The 19 one.
It was 1987.
What year was Women's History Month officially recognized? A, 1987, B, 1995, or C, 2012?
I think it was 1995.
87.
Do you want me to say the answers?
I'm gonna say B.
That was close. It was actually 1987.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
See, we're doing a lot better than I thought.
Yeah, I think you're doing awesome. All right. Where can you go on campus to find a welcoming and empowering community for women?
The Women's Center.
Yes. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yes. Have a nice day.
And where can you go on campus to find a welcoming and empowering community for women?
The Women's Center.
Thank you so much.
Where can you go on campus to find a welcoming and empowering community for women?
The Women's Center.
Yeah, that's correct. Thank you so much.
All right.
Yeah.
Where can you go on campus to find a welcoming and empowering community for women?
The Women's Center, which is right behind us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Where can you go on campus to find a welcoming and empowering community for women?
Women's Cultures. Or the Women's Center.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Yeah.
A big thanks to all the students who stopped to answer some questions. Don't go anywhere. After the break, we'll hear from Izzy about some recent hot topics.
Let's go! To a place where you can grow.
A place to be heard.
And take a closer look.
A place where you can crush it.
And push yourself.
A place to find your voice.
This place rocks. And rolls.
A place where you can get out.
A place you'll never forget.
So where is this place? Let me show you.
Now that everyone is back in the groove for midterms and spring break, there's so much to catch up on the world. I'm Izzy, and I'll be covering some of the recent hot topics, so let's get into it. Movie lovers gathered around their TVs this March to watch the 96th annual Oscars, hosted by Jimmy Kimmel. Several artists performed their Oscar-nominated songs, including Ryan Gosling, Billie Eilish, and Scott George and the Osage Singers. Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer received 13 nominations and took home 7 awards, including Best Picture. This was the highest number for the night, followed by Poor Things with 4 wins and The Zone of Interest with 2. The future of TikTok in America is currently up in the air as a bill circulates that could force 170 million American users off of the platform. Lawmakers have been raising concerns about ByteDance, TikTok's China-based parent company, and the safety of users' data. The bill passed in the House on March 13th, and it now moves on to the Senate. Questions arise about what this could mean for content creators and small businesses who rely on TikTok for their income. In a video statement, Kate Middleton, Princess of Wales, made her recent cancer diagnosis public. This announcement comes after a circulation of conspiracies and rumors regarding Kate and her family. On Mother's Day in the United Kingdom, Kate posted a photo of her and her children to her Instagram, and internet users pointed out evidence of editing. Many have since apologized for spreading these theories. Kate and her family asked for privacy as she undergoes treatment. On March 25th, millions of people around the world celebrated Holi, the holiday largely known as the Hindu Festival of Colors. The holiday is full of processions, dancing, feast, and the throwing of powdered colors that each symbolize different things. The 2-day festival celebrates the eternal love of Hindu deities Radha and Krishna and the victory of good over evil. For the first time since 2017, a total solar eclipse will be visible in parts of North America, including in the 13 U.S. states. This unique phenomenon occurs when a moon passes between the sun and Earth, blocking the light and making it look like dusk in the middle of the day. On April 8th, the path of totality will stretch from Mexico through Texas up to Maine and end in Canada. Remember, if you're planning on watching the eclipse, bring some eye protection.
Well, it looks like that's all the time we've got for this episode.
As always, thanks so much for tuning in to Connected Cultures. See you next time!